Alright, I'm so happy to be back. Previous episode was quite the cliffhanger. I've had to purposely not think about the cliffhanger that I left off on, otherwise I would start to go insane. Murphy's Law in action. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And Wolfwood is stuck in between a rock and about 50 different hard places. His baby brother Livio is going on a rampage and he doesn't want to have to kill him, but he has to figure out how to stop him. And the security on the ship is causing problems kind of on accident, and also Vash is there and that's complicating things. And then wouldn't you know, the rave pirates show up at the end. Oh, and also the ship is veering off course because Blue Summers sabotaged it and now it is heading straight for the orphanage that Wolfwood and Livio grew up at. So don't know how we're gonna make it out of this one, but it's time to see what Wolfwood is made of. One thing about me, I will never skip this intro. Party time. How is he doing that with one hand? Is Livio in control of himself? He seems so dazed and he barely talks. I don't know if he's... Will you? Yeah, I don't know if he's like all there right now. If there's some kind of brainwashing. Did they strike a deal with these pirates? That's resourceful. She really said goofy noises. Yeah, you're at your league. Yeah, I think we've known that for a while. He looks so conflicted. Man, that kind of hurts. I have 4 younger siblings, so I'm a little too familiar with this, where the older sibling, through no fault of their own, excels at something and the younger sibling feels compelled to be just as good or better than the older sibling to prove their worth because they feel like they're not good enough, when that's completely untrue. And as an older sibling, especially as a child, I was not aware of the huge amount of influence that I had over my younger siblings, that everything that I did, they were gonna look at that and try and copy that, and I would just get annoyed at them, like, go do your own thing. But I wasn't really aware of the sway that I had over my younger siblings as a child, and now that I'm an adult, I can see a lot of ways in which I could have or should have done better, but as a child I was not necessarily aware of those things. Go be your own man. No, you don't mean that. I think that's coming from a place of pain. Whoa. Wait, I need to watch that again. Was he really gonna do it? I don't know. I feel like his shot went off a little late. One shot to the face probably wouldn't have killed Livio anyway. Because in some ways it's almost like he's surpassed Wolfwood. He doesn't need to take the meds in order to heal up. I don't know if that would have been a killing blow even if it landed. That's disgusting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he could, he would have. Yeah, I think I was right. He can't do it. Yeah, light up a smoke for old time's sake. Oh, right in the faceplate. I wonder if that faceplate was inhibiting his cognitive function. Yeah, he's waking up. Oh no, the brainwashing is kicking back in. Is he strong enough to snap out of it? Oh no. But hear me out. Maybe I'm just in denial, and I want them to have a happy ending. Is that enough to kill him? Would they introduce such a key character for Wolfwood and kill him off after 1.5 episodes? Maybe. Probably not. Gonna be chewing on that one for a while. Because I feel like having 2 dysfunctional pairs of brothers in your story is just setting up for like so many mirrors and narrative foils. And if there's going to be more seasons of this, I'm not convinced that he's dead. You probably know who it is. I'm gonna say no. No, I feel like that's just gonna horribly backfire. That's gonna like radicalize him against you. Blue Summers is interesting to me. I wonder if he's the favorite in this weird little organization. And he's always like, oh, emotion, cute brother relationship, how lovely. You don't need any of that. I wonder if he's jealous. Is he jealous? It's not one thing, it's the next. He knows who orchestrated it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I'm loving this determination. After his fronted apathy, yeah. This is really, really good. That was impressive. That was an impressive kick. Whole wealth of technology that probably no one knows how to use anymore. I wonder if the pirates would help. How's one little guy gonna... Nice. This is fun. As long as everything turns out okay, then it's fun. Yes, his hero shot. Are those gonna be able to anchor into the sand? Slow it down maybe, but stop it? No, you need someone to stay here. I think heroes are normal people. They're just normal people who make the right choices. Oh yeah, the pirates are dipping. I don't think Roberto's gonna leave. I think if Merill stays, he'll stay with her. That's the same thing that Vash did right before he beat up all those pirates. Bro, there's no way. That's what I just said. Yeah. Wait, he didn't die? This whole time I've been holding out hope that like the Genoa Rock people are gonna show up later and that he's gonna be okay. But I was kind of thinking that he was dead. I guess he was alive when they left Genoa Rock. Otherwise she would have said that he died, not that he lost an arm. I thought that I was just in denial, but well, maybe I'm right about Livio too. This is really good. I like this for Merill. She's kind of a bystander, a question asker, a reactor to the things that happen instead of a person who makes the things happen. A reactive force instead of a driving force, which is not bad, but I just think it's more fun when characters have more agency, especially for a girl. And back in episode 2, she was giving Vash a hard time for running away from things. And just now she said she's tired of running, and so I'm willing to bet that everything that happened at Genoa Rock has been weighing very heavily on her for all this time, and we just never knew. She couldn't have known. It's not like she's at fault for anything. Even if she let Tony slip away, she still blames herself for it. Even if she's not really to blame and it was just an accident. But I think now is her chance to prove to herself that she can affect things. She can make a difference somehow. Ooh. Did his arm just fracture? Yeah. Oh, I wonder what his arm is made out of. Classic Vash moment to be apologizing for not understanding him because they're in the middle of a crisis. I love this optimistic Wolfwood. Everything will work out. Wow. What if they just chopped one of the moons in half? I wonder about Blue Summer's power. My guess would be gravity manipulation, unless he's just using the Force. Yeah, what about everything working out? Hold on. What happened to saving everybody with guts and grit? I mean, it would make sense that he would think that. He's been made to kill. In some ways, it's the only form of power that he knows. It sounds like Vash has a plan, though. Oh, yeah, he gave in way easier. Back to the death threats. Most normal reaction to the death threats. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this violence begets violence. Violence is the only way to affect any change. You have to kill in order to save. Like, that's been baked into him from a very early age. And he identifies with it. Who is he if he's not Nicholas the Punisher? But that line of thought leads to a dangerous false dichotomy that the only way to save someone or some group is at the expense of another person or group, which is probably only true very, very rarely. But it's going to seem like the only option when you're going through this cruel and violent life by yourself. Vash has been trying to help Wolfwood, trying to help him resolve the thing with Livio, and then helping him with this new plan now. And I think that Wolfwood doesn't know how to accept that help. And so if he had to do it all on his own, he might have killed Livio. He would have blown up this ship and all the people on board. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore, because Vash is here and he's trying to help. And he's opening up other options, so take those other options. Accept the help. And so far in the show, I think we've seen that it's patently untrue that saving someone requires killing someone else. In episode 1, nobody had to die in order for the town to be saved. In episode 2, we had a pretty happy ending up until the very end, and Vash didn't have to kill and was able to make peace with the town that tried to turn him in and also the Nebraskas. Episode 3, well, I would argue that even if Vash wanted to or tried to kill Nye, that he wasn't capable of it, so that would be kind of a moot point. In episode 4, he trusted Wolfwood, and look at where that's got us. Episode 5, the killing didn't save anyone. Maybe it saved Vash's life, maybe, but that can be argued back and forth. So I think things just aren't as simple and transactional as Wolfwood sees them, which, yeah, he's pretty young. Vash's worldview comes from decades of living. I think that Wolfwood gave in so easily, maybe because Vash was willing to trust him when they first met. Vash trusting him pretty openly makes it easier for him to reciprocate, for Wolfwood to reciprocate. I feel like when he said, I'm the Punisher, I'm not like you, was there some regret in that? Maybe feeling defensive or feeling like he can't accept Vash's philosophy, because what does that mean for him as the Punisher with so much blood on his hands? Vash, I think, has to believe that there's a way to save everyone, because ultimately his philosophy is for Nye. His hope for the world is hope for Nye. Because if you say these people can't be saved, these people don't deserve to have mercy shown to them, what does that mean for Nye? When the whole world would agree that it is probably necessary to kill Nye in order to stop him, and Vash isn't willing to accept that. He has to see the beauty and the hope for others, because if he doesn't, then there's no beauty or hope for Nye. Episode 7, Wolfwood. Kill the engine and then what? The plant. It's waking up. Oh, he can do it because he's got the juice. Ouch. Oh yeah, there's a person in there. Ooh, cutting it real close there. Oh, huge cross right there. Oh, it's just a piece of rebar, but it really looked like a giant cross. Is that Livio? Yeah, I was right. He will live another day. Livio another day. Oh, it's the woman from the opening. Is she imparting plant wisdom? Unlocking plant powers? Oh, I looked up this Morse code at the end here, and I was really confused because there's a letter in there that's 5 dots and dashes, and that doesn't exist in Morse code. So I was trying to figure out what it was, and I just Googled Japanese Morse code to see if that was anything, and it turns out Japanese has a separate Morse code because they have a syllabary and not an alphabet. There's more symbols in the syllabary than there are in the English alphabet. So there are some syllables that have 5-letter Morse representations. Anyway, all that to say, I decoded it, and it says Okaidi, which means welcome home. Oh, that's so very old Trigun. Nice. Man, that was good. I feel like I don't have much to say for the outro. Like, I said so much during the actual episode. Like, we got a nice little arc wrapped up with a little bit of setup for what's going to come later with Livio being still alive. And then whatever plant situation was happening there. So 10 out of 10, no notes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode.